Okay, good morning, everyone. Good morning. And of course, we're in for the new week since yesterday. Ladies and gentlemen, let me inform you that votings are going on. And this morning, all the fans are doing everything possible. Sweet Guluva and actually fans said that the only people that are supposed to be sleeping right now is Ashley and Sweet Guluva, not their fans. This is the message their fans are passing across to their team. They said nobody should sleep right now. That you guys need to go and vote for Guluva. That the only people that is allowed to sleep is Guluva and Ashley. And Uyanda fans, of course, have also said to Uyanda fans that your 100 votes can go a long way for Uyanda. Don't say this vote is small or this vote is big. These are what Uyanda fans have said as well. Meanwhile, I have the poll result this morning. I have the poll result this one. Yesterday was just few minutes when the voting lines was open, but today some votes have come in for all the housemates, and of course, Nsuku believed that Guluva is not bringing anything to the show, and that was what she told Biggie in the diary room, that Guluva is not bringing anything to the show, and that statement did not go well with so many Guluva fans, and they were like saying, "Don't worry, in Suku, we understand soon that Guluva is in top two." So, guys, that's it. Now, let's go in to check out how the housemates appear here, who is leading and who is not leading. Do you understand? We have five housemates. That's top five housemates, and only bet one person will win the remaining money. It's no longer up to 2 billion ranks. So many money has been removed from that money, but the winner will still go home with a big amount of money. That's the truth. So, guys, from here, I have that Guluva is having 60.31% of votes. Remember, as you're voting here, keep voting on DSTV. Very important that you do that. And let me also inform you that those who are voting are real human beings. These are real fans. So if you're a fan of Guluva, once you vote here, make sure you vote in DSTV as well. If you have this number of votes in DSTV and here, I tell you, it's gonna be difficult. And now there is also an information that I heard. Shuku fans and Uyanda fans want to team up to vote for Uyanda, but I don't think it will really work out like that because Nsuku is in the house. Some said that Nsuku fans and Uyanda fans should not release the information for the opponent to know that there is a game up there that they want to team up. Suku and Yanda fans want to team up only for Yanda and vote Yanda to win. But I think it's difficult for such to happen at this point. If you guys wanted to do this, what you could have done was not to vote for Nsuku, then she will leave, she will be evicted like last week. Now this week, you guys will now team up and vote for Yanda. That's how to do it. But if you guys prefer to do that, so it's gonna be very difficult at this point. Meanwhile, guys, this is the latest update. Sweet Guluva 43,000. Sweet Guluva 43,868 votes. Uyanda 16,415. Uyanda 16,415. When I said Ashley have fans, a lot of people want to argue me. I think individually Ashley have the highest individual fans. And that's what people still don't want to believe. You guys don't want to come to reality. Nsuku is having 7,000 votes so far. Nsuku having 7,000 votes so far. I said it that Ashley have fans. Many said if Ashley and Sugo were in the house, obviously Sugo will be evicted. Like, it's the truth, but many people will not love to hear the truth. Do you know when we know who have fans? When the show ends. After 1 month, the show ends. The housemates will go live on IG. Or we see the number of people that will actually follow them. Do you get? That's when to know who actually have fans or not. I'm not saying Sweet don't have. I'm not saying that Sweet Guluva do not have fans. Sweet Guluva have fans, but actually fans are much, and they have shippers fans, as they say, those who are shipping Sweet Guluva and Ashley. So you see that their fan base is very big. So we have Jojo to be number 4 here. Someone who a lot of people said it can. Okay, yesterday many people were like saying, why would Jojo be there? That was what a lot of people were saying. Why would Jojo be there and Shine will be evicted? That Jojo was in the bottom 3 last week. You don't calculate things like that. Just like this week, we might still receive a shock because the votings are still going on. We might still receive a shock this week. This is how it is. You don't use last week's vote to judge this week's vote. That's where a lot of people get get carried away. You don't use last week's votes to judge this week's vote. You only judge based on the current situation. So it's very important that all of us take note. All hands must be on deck right now. All hands must be on deck right now. It's not a point for you to start to argue. It's not a point for. Okay, so yesterday someone said I'm biased that Uyanda was leading or is leading. Why would I put Guluva first and Uyanda second? My dear, how do you want me to do that? I will only give you guys the information that I see. I will not come and change anything. And there is this particular person, I have forgotten your name, you comment so much that the fact, and their comment shows that you really don't like Guluva, and you always call him a furniture each time I made a post. Like you even said that they should not mind my post that last week I said Jojo was ahead of Nate, and later on Jojo was in bottom 3. These are poor results. You should know. And poll result is not 100% correct. I keep on saying this, but it is 75% correct. If you check last week poll result, Abobo was in bottom 3, right? Shini was in bottom 3, right? With Nate. Out of the 3, 2 were evicted. Is that not 75% correct? So it's 75% correct. That's what you guys should know. I told you that poll is not always 100% correct, but it tells you what is happening. It's like a measure that we use to calculate where your faith is. As it is right now, Guluva is leading Uyanda with a very margin, with a great margin. In the evening, we will see what is happening. In the evening, we will see what is happening to see if he is still leading or not. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Nigeria Trends. Please subscribe. Msuku also said Guluva is not bringing anything other. And she also even predicted last week during her diet session that Guluva will be evicted.